This person, when she wakes up, finds herself on a steep slope, ready to slip and fall into the pit in the middle at any moment. This forces her to make an effort to inch her way up little by little. If she makes even the slightest mistake, she will slip and fall into the deep chasm in the middle. Today, I'm going to spoil and summarize a movie called Curve, a short film from 2016. For those who don't have time to watch it or are too scared to see it, you can listen to the spoiler summary from now on. In the first scene, our heroine is lying unconscious and drowsy, with sounds resembling a beach or sea waves. During this part, the film shows the atmosphere of waves crashing in with loud, frightening sounds. Then the film cuts to show us that the heroine is lying unconscious on a surface that is curved, with the middle resembling a black hole like a slide down. As soon as the heroine jolts awake, she almost slides down immediately, but luckily she uses her middle finger with a Spider-Man-like skill to grip the surface just in time. There's nothing to hold on to, so she has to spread her fingers wide and use friction to hold herself in place. Looking around, she realizes that the environment she's lying in is a curved surface. If she makes even the slightest wrong move, she'll definitely slide into the abyss. The heroine seems both shocked and confused, not knowing how she ended up there. She looks down and sees that below is a chasm. In the darkness, she doesn't know what's waiting for her below. She tries to look around for something to hold on to, but there's nothing. Moreover, there's no roof above her. When she looks up, all she sees is a white mist. The heroine then tries to use one hand to push herself up while using her feet to inch upwards little by little. However, as soon as she tries to move even a little, the steepness of the surface causes her to slide down a bit more. She realizes that using just one hand won't be enough to push herself up, so she decides to use both hands to help herself move upwards gradually. However, one of the heroine's hands seems to be injured and bleeding. Then, she comes up with a brilliant idea. She uses her own blood, smearing it on both hands, and letting it dry a bit to make them sticky. Once her hands are sticky, she can climb up little by little. It seems this skill works. She repeats this method, slowly inching her way up. She blows on her hands to dry the blood, making them sticky, then moves up a bit, blows on her hands again, and moves up some more. She continues doing this repeatedly, and it seems to be working as she manages to move up a little from that hole. Of course, doing this must be painful, right? Using her own wounds and blood to push herself up like this hurts her hands even more than when she was in 3rd grade and got hit by the teacher. As the heroine manages to inch her way up a bit, she looks around and notices that on the opposite side, there are similar bloody handprints. It turns out that someone else had been in the same situation as her, using their own blood to inch their way up. However, judging by the handprints, that person didn't make it and fell back down, which makes her even more scared. She worries, will my fate be the same as those handprints ahead? But seeing this doesn't discourage her. Instead, she is determined to keep going. To overcome this obstacle, she continues to push herself up little by little. And of course, with human perseverance and determination, she is intent on overcoming, enduring, and not giving up. But then it starts raining, damn it. And the ground becomes slippery. She slips and falls into the abyss. That's the end. She ends up dead anyway. So, that's the end of the spoiler for the movie title.